Our coverage of the Final Four of the men's and women's volleyball tournament of season 73 of the UAAP continues live from the arena in San Juan on Studio 23, Ibaka Barkada, made possible by ABS-CBN Sports, of course. At 2 o'clock, we have the defending champions, the University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers, with a twice-to-beat advantage, seeded number 1, taking on the number 4 seeds, DLSU University Green Archers, while, of course, at 4 o'clock in our main event this Saturday afternoon, last year's first runner-up, seeded number 1 with a twice-to-beat advantage, DLSU University Lady Spikers will take on their nemesis, seeded number 4, Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles. Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to us, and good afternoon to all of you. I'm Eric Depan with Mosi Ravenna.
Good afternoon, Eric. We are in the semifinals, and ito naman, this time it's the first and the 4th team that will see action today.
Now, of course, so we already have the other half of the finalists, some men's and women's division. FEU into the finals already in UST in the women's, FEU in the men's. Now let's talk about this matchup here today. Of course, LaSalle will have to win twice against UST, something they were not able to accomplish in the elimination round as they were swept in 2 straight meetings.
That's right. And then, you know, UST finished in the same way like FEU with 13-1, but because of quotient system, that's why LaSalle is now on top. And ito rin ang mga LaSalle also finished in the same with the same markers as UP, pero because of lower quotient was now in the number 4 spot. And you were talking about their meeting. In their first meeting, it was definitely a quick disposal of the Archers. And as you can see the scores, UST really dominating that game, Eric.
That was the first meeting last year, December 11, 2010, here at the arena.
That's right. Look at the numbers for UST. 17 more attacks. And the attacks really did it for the Tigers. It really proved to be too much for the defense of DLSU.
So much firepower for the Growling Tigers that really caused major problems for the Green Archers of LaSalle. Now, they met again in the second round of eliminations in the men's tournament. That was just early this year, February 11th, here at the arena in San Juan. LaSalle stole 1 set away from UST, but the result remained the same. It was a win by the defending champions.
That's right, Eric. It was a little better showing for LaSalle. Well, looking at least on that first set as they won that first set, but after that, downward, talagang tailspin for LaSalle as they easily gave away 3 sets, making UST win that game once again in that second encounter. And look at the scores. You know, this time, UST having 18 more attack points, but 4 blocks for DLSU, and doubling that is UST. Pero at least hindi na ganun ka-dominant. Unlike in the first encounter, the attacks really did it. It was a bit better defensive game for the Archers.
Now, I know a lot of you viewers out there are not familiar with the men's tournament because we mostly feature the women's. Now, we'll give you just the go-to guys, the main, I guess, offensive power of both these teams. So talk first about UST, of course. And this guy we were talking off the air, Mosey, this guy has slowly but surely developed into one of the best spikers in the men's tournament. Talking about John Paul Torres.
The Tiger Terror, John Paul Torres, or we call him JP. Si JP started off really when we saw him. He was just coming off on his first year. Really quite a new player. Pasasabi mo dahil halos hindi pa makapalo. But now really has been, siguro this past 2 years has been the go-to guy for UST. And you can see the numbers. And what's amazing about JP is that yung percentage niya, spiking efficiency, almost 50% of the time will score you a point. And that's really big. That's huge for UST.
About 2 years ago, we saw him start to become a factor offensively. And since then, he has just blossomed into one of the best hitters in the men's tournament of the UAAP. Now let's move on over and talk about DLSU University. And the guy they will go to the most, and the guy you will see hitting the ball a lot, that of course is Chris Makasaet.
He's their ace archer, and Chris Makasaet is actually ranked 5th in scoring, 2nd in blocking, and will definitely, he has to play his star role today against UST. And also the numbers for Chris Makasaet, if you'll see them later on in your streets, there it is. Also big numbers for Chris, but against UST, I really think he will have to step it up today.
Tall order for the main archer of the Green Archers today. That's Chris Makasaet, as he will try to lead LaSalle into the first of 2 wins to make it to the finals of the volleyball tournament of season 73 of the UAAP. Only 1 championship so far for De La Salle. That was back in 2004. They will take on, of course, the defending champions, the University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers. We'll get to meet the entire roster right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant afternoon from the Phil Oil Flying V Arena here in San Juan for the second pairing in the men's division of your season 73 UAAP Volleyball Final 4. Officiating this match, our first referee, Bob Malena, national referee. Second referee, Rodrigo Rojas, national referee. And our teams playing today, first celebrating their quadricentennial 400th year anniversary with a twice-to-beat advantage, the #1 team in the eliminations. Here are the defending champions, UST Growling Tigers. Their opponents will celebrate their centennial 100th year anniversary this new school year. Here, the #4 team in the eliminations this year's